Because it's somewhat difficult to simply describe what a Mimio is, Ottawa Elementary School District Technology Coordinator Bruce Markwalter brought a Mimio to the Ottawa Delivered office to demonstrate how it can be used in the classroom. I, Kara Simon, then attempted to use the Mimio after a 20-minute walkthrough introduction. A Mimio is like an interactive multimedia board, which have become pretty common in classrooms today, except it's better. It's portable, durable, and can turn any surface into an interactive board, whether it's an existing whiteboard, the floor, or a big blank wall. Mimios come with a marker attachment that can capture written elements onto the computer to be later used either printed out as handouts or saved as a PDF file online. It also comes with a stylus that is strictly used to interact with elements that are projected onto the surface, a handheld pad that can manipulate the elements on the screen, and a document camera, which is not shown in this video. Now, in this demonstration, the LCD projector is behind us, which was the best we can do in my editor's office, but within schools, they're normally attached to the ceiling, so there is no shadow effect.
So this is the toolbar. This is also called the horizontal toolbar. And within this toolbar, you can create objects. So you can do an ellipse or a circle, a square, a rectangle, or a triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it to draw a circle here on your board. And then I'll go ahead and capture that item, and I'm going to duplicate it. And I can do that by those coins or whatever I want to do here.
Wow.
So that's something that a teacher would learn on the first setup. The next thing they would do is they would learn how to change color.
So in what kind of ways can this, just like the circles, be applied within the classroom?
Okay, well, let's say you're doing something such as a Venn diagram. In this particular case, we could take and highlight all of these and say, let's overlap them, and each one of these items is pretty much as described. There's some strange ones here like transparency, so you can see the overlap.
Okay.
You get the idea?
Yeah.
And then you would try your writing skills, so you would say Venn. And then you can right click on that, but you can actually change your tool, your selection tool, highlight what you did the other day, or this morning, and go up to where it says tools, and recognize the ink, and that should convert.
Okay.
No matter what size it is, you can change the size, you can... That's pretty much the scope of it. There's other things if you were going into the internet, which I can't do here, but if you were going into the internet and see if we can get anything here. No. But you could, if you had lesson plans, you can actually take a picture of some point of it. Let's say I only wanted that picture. And I wanted to include that, like a giraffe or whatever else. You can bring it into your lessons. You can also change this into... This is where you can download tools from the internet. So you can use anything from pre-developed tools, interactive where it makes sound or whatever you want to do. Or you can actually import videos as well. So we've been playing a lot with the videos in our galleries. But let's say you just did music. Kids like music.
Yeah, definitely.
And you probably like music too. So let's just take something, this is a flash object, code. And notice what it's doing.
Wow.
So you have all these built-in tools you can download from the web.
Yeah. That definitely makes everything much more interactive if the child can come up here.
Particularly if it's lower. You're a good example of how I should have had this lower before I started here.
That's fine.
So you shouldn't have to stretch.
Change
different
instruments.
So try a trumpet.
And it's still making the notes on the board.
And you could play it back. So if you went ahead and hit that.
Oh my gosh, they can do Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah. So anyway, they've been using it with the flutes at Central.
Now as far as setting everything up, I need a little bit of help, and that's where the technology team comes into play.
Well, hopefully these things will already be in the room. But if you had to leave and go to like a church and do a presentation, a community presentation, we would have to send this with you and you'd have to practice setting up. This is the hardest part. Trying to get it sized for whatever they're going to do. Yeah. Most people will just use a wall. But I needed to have this or a sheet of paper so I can show you capture. Then there's two different remote devices that either the teacher can use or the students. The students that are kind of shy and they don't want to go up,
Yeah, yeah.
they can use this remote device, and it works the same. All of your tools that you see here, selection, pen.
Okay.
So if you took highlighter here and start writing, and just draw your triangle. You can also do right angles, right triangles, whatever. So if you held down, for example, press in the corner of that. See the little arrow there where you do pull it like an InDesign? Let's choose a right triangle. So the student would have to match these and identify what these shapes would be, for example. This could be something that might be used.
Yeah.
And there's already lessons that you download that's already been developed off the Mimio site, just like on Whiteboard and on Starboard, that other teachers have developed. And then you can upload your lesson if you wish to share your lessons.
Wow.
So let's change tool to a select tool and try using the tablet up on top. Okay? So you just did that. Now grab both of them. Outstanding. Now let's shade it 50%. Deselect by clicking out here. Grab one of these and drag it over the top to see if we can get it to, okay.
Ah.
So now you can go ahead and look at different complementary angles to do a full 360 or a full spot square.
Yeah.
Simple examples. So it's interactive. Now this is what the second lesson would start here. You just finished level 1 by identifying the components, identifying each one of these tools. We try this. These are mirrored up here on top.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the last thing we do is we go into the internet and show you how you can capture.
There's just so many possibilities with this, and I think that's what really is intriguing, and a way to kind of search and branch out and share. And
it does invite participation.
Yeah.
And because it's new technology, it's kind of like remote pads. Students get to go up and touch and do things that have sound and feel and taste and everything they can do with cookies. They do the cookie. There's a cookie lesson that they actually bake cookies in one of the, and then they taste the cookie and they look at the ingredients and make their own cookies.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of things you can involve all the senses. But the beauty of this is you can start with a teacher that already has a full plate. He or she does not want to start the semester learning all new technology. And they can use it like a regular. And just by pushing the button, they'll be able to capture it slide by slide. So they start very simple, just using it like a traditional whiteboard. Then you move them into using interactive. And then you move them into developing their own lesson plans using the gallery.
I see. Yeah.
And that's our 3-step approach.